Hey y'all, welcome to the Throttle podcast. I'm your host, Will Earnest, here today with my co-host, Evan Sager.
Hello.
Thank God. And over there we got the video. Hopefully, it's either going to work or it doesn't. If it works, this podcast will be on YouTube a week after we got it uploaded on Apple Podcasts, and obviously several episodes after getting it on Spotify. We've had all the episodes on Spotify before, so we'll see what happens. But massive weekend in the books. But first, some other news. Masters week in the books. Me and my grandpa, we watched Rory McIlroy finally win and finally get the career Grand Slam after 11 years of trying. He's only the sixth ever to win the four majors in golf, which, if you don't know, is the Masters, the U.S. Open, the British Open, and the PGA Championship. He's the first to do it since Tiger Woods did it 25 years ago. So, I know you don't care about golf.
I really don't.
Yeah.
Golf is not my thing.
Yeah. So, transitioning now, some sad news. We've had a lot of recent deaths, unfortunately. The former owner of Hattori Racing, which of course won the truck championship in 2018, and then John Edwards, who was an executive at Hendrick, and then Al Pierce, the respected NASCAR journalist himself. They all passed away within the last 8 days, so send some prayers out to them and their families.
To add on to the unfortunate news, we've come to find out that Kyron Lacey, standout wide receiver from LSU, unfortunately took his own life in a police chase that ended in him intentionally wrecking in a car by suicide. Unfortunately, it's Saturday night. Thoughts and prayers go out to the LSU family.
Some more lawsuit news. 2311 in Front Row, they are looking to seek financial info from F1 in the antitrust lawsuit against NASCAR. And Legacy Motor Club, they filed their own lawsuit against Rick Ware Racing over a charter dispute, and Legacy actually got a temporary 10-day restraining order on the lawsuit.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
It's my first time hearing this.
I didn't even know you could get a restraining order in NASCAR, but here we are.
The more you know, I guess.
Catherine Legge is going to make some more Cup and Xfinity starts this year. Her first 2 of 7 Xfinity starts have been announced. Rockingham next week and Charlotte in May, while her Cup return is set for Mexico City in June.
I still personally don't think yes, she's a woman driver. She's learning, obviously, but from what I've seen out of her, I don't think she belongs in Cup. Truck, yes. Xfinity, But Cup, she hasn't proven enough to me for her to deserve a spot in Cup.
I think regardless, based on performance, it still inspires women drivers to compete no matter what level. So,
yes, that's true, but we're talking professional sports at this point. You can't go out there and expect to not get raced differently because of what happened in Phoenix with Suarez.
Some sponsor news. We were talking about Nashville before we came on the air, since it's right after we both get out of school for the year, but Cracker Barrel actually got named the title sponsor of the race this year for the Cup race this year, and it's June 1st.
I did see that. I was very surprised. Because isn't this their first sponsorship since probably Atlanta 10 odd so years ago?
Yeah, Atlanta. I don't know. I know they sponsored in 2000 and 2001. I don't know how long they lasted after that, but I have my right here on the desk. I got my rookie Kevin Harvick, which it's not the race win, but it has the red numbers, which in his rookie year they debuted the red numbers for that Atlanta race, which he won. So I got a lot of diecast here on this table, which hopefully y'all can get to see that with the video version of this podcast with the camera right over there, but we'll see. Sonoma extended their partnership with Toyota and Save Mart to co-sponsor their race, which is now in mid-July. We all still wish that Sonoma would be in the spring with that beautiful, beautiful green grass.
They'd rather have all the dead grass, which I don't understand why they would do that, but...
at least NASCAR's still in California this year, so I'll take it.
But... And then the Fontana News update, you see that?
Oh, God.
This is going to take another 6 years.
6 years. Well, the race is on. Breaking news, the race is on. Do we get Fontana or do we get GTA 6 first?
I think GTA 6 will come out before then.
We'll see. You never know.
That is true. But, very true.
And I guess finally an update to this news. When Hy-Vee dropped their sponsorship for the IndyCar race at Milwaukee and the Iowa doubleheader, we finally got some sponsor news. Snap-on has been announced for the new title sponsor for Milwaukee, which has gone from its own doubleheader down to just one race. And Sukup Manufacturing, which I looked it up, it is a company in Iowa at least, but they're announced as the new title sponsor for both races during the Iowa doubleheader weekend for IndyCar.
To add on to that, I'm pretty sure the company's based out of Pella, Iowa. Isn't that?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I remember hearing that back in 2018. We had the big central tornado outbreak in central Iowa. That factory got hit in Pella a few years ago.
Transitioning now to the bulk of a lot of episodes, NASCAR. They were at Bristol this week for the spring race, all three series, Truck, Xfinity, Cup. Our picks were kind of all over the board. Mr. Evan over here, he decided to stick with Reddick, and it bit him. He only finished 18th.
Yeah, I was going to pick Hamlin, but I couldn't. And Zach picked, Zane Smith?
Yep, he picked Zane Smith, finished 27th.
Yeah, that was not a great pick on his part.
Yeah. I mean, he was running okay at one point, but he just couldn't go any higher than 18th.
His scheme was really good, though. I like that Aaron scheme.
Yeah, the Aaron's Lucky Dog scheme got brought back. And it's nice to see Aaron's back in the sport after so many years.
Yeah, I like the dog on the scheme. I thought it was really, really reminded me of old when Mark Martin used to race the Aaron schemes.
Yep. Mason picked Chastain, who somehow finished 7th. I just don't know how he keeps doing it. I mean, literally, you look at the qualifying sheet. Chastain qualified 35th.
Yeah.
And he somehow drove through the whole field, basically, and ended up 7th. I mean, Mason's picked Chastain 3 weeks in a row, and he's finished 6th, 7th, and 7th. But he's picking Blaney next week. We're all kind of picking heavy hitters for Talladega, and we'll get to that later in the show. But, yeah. And then, the big winner, this guy, or more specifically, me and Haley, we both picked Larson, who won the race, swept the stages, led the most laps by a country mile. 411 of 500 laps, took everybody to Gapplebee's for dinner.
I feel like Hamlin, he could have won that race. I mean, yes, I'm a Hamlin fan, so it's a little biased, but
Hamlin was right there. He was, he was down within 3/4 of a second, half a second, navigating through lap traffic, but it was just.
Yeah, if they held Larson up any more than what they did, Hamlin would have went by him, and it would have been a great battle to the finish because there's not a lot of lead changes, and once you're in that clean air, you're gone. What Larson could have done, I mean, from what I could see, Larson just took everyone by surprise. I mean, he did win Xfinity and he won Cup. Could have been accomplished with the sweep, but
yeah. And after Homestead, when he almost got the triple, he lost it in Xfinity. I knew he was running at Bristol, so I kind of had my senses from right there that I should probably pick him for Bristol, and it paid off. So that's my first win of the year. You of course did a similar outing with Hamlin at Martinsville, and of course Mason has his 3 wins in a row with Bell early in the season, and it's technically Haley's first win too, even though she's only done 3 races. But I mean, you look at her 3 finishes, it's 4th, 3rd, and 1st.
I mean, yeah,
it's pretty close to what Mason did.
Beginner's luck. That's all I gotta say. Beginner luck.
She knows ball.
Don't get ahead of ourselves.
All right. Their first race was literally the Bristol night race in 17 when Kyle was 1. I mean, she's been to more than I've been. She's been to Atlanta at least a couple times. She's been to Talladega. She went to the 500 this year. She went to the 500 the last 2 or 3 years now.
I mean, she's a Chase Elliott fan after all, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't blame her. She lives 40 minutes from Dawsonville.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to be a Chase Elliott fan.
I'm not gonna blame her. I mean, but Mason's still leading in the points. Now he only leads by 23 over me.
And 53 over me.
Yep. And Zach has fallen to 132 points back after another not great showing. And it's kind of funny because even though Haley's only run 3 races, she's 200 points back. We both cut off 40 points off the lead. I mean, at this rate, she might catch Zach. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it even turns out to be that way. But besides Larson just putting on a total master clinic. I mean, Bowman was good too. He led the first 39 laps from the pole, but mid-race he had those engine troubles. Finished 36th.
With the boom?
It didn't go total kaboom, but it was there. I mean, I think there was only one caution for incident all day, and that was SVG and Cody Ware's spinning out for 35th in stage 2.
Yeah, the good little Arby's car.
I mean, it at least looks good.
Fair.
I haven't had Arby's in probably close to 2 years now, so it's been a while. The Truck Series. The only time Larson got beat all weekend. It was Chandler Smith winning the race over Larson. Chandler Smith actually dominated that race. He led 127 out of the 250 laps, which was the most. And even though Haley's 40 minutes from Dawsonville, Chandler Smith actually from her hometown in Jasper, Georgia, which is, of course, 40 minutes west of Dawsonville. And Chandler Smith also claims the $50,000 bonus in Race 2 of the Triple Chuck Challenge, which concludes at Rockingham next week. Cup's off next week. Talladega the week after that, but Xfinity and Truck get to go back to Rockingham Friday and Saturday. It's the Truck's first time at Rockingham since 2013, and Xfinity, I think it's the first time that they've been there since 2004, which was the last time Cup was there.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Cup's back at Rockingham. I feel like they deserve to be back.
Honestly, I've seen a lot of things. I've seen people suggesting that Spring Bristol should go to Wilkesboro. I've seen, but I mean, they could, for all I know, they could take Spring Bristol and just send them to Rockingham instead. Who knows?
Yeah, I feel like, yes, Bristol should get 2 races, but the spring races not put up good crowds, not put up great racing. I mean, last year was the exception because of the tire fall off, which was a great storyline to follow. But all the other spring races have been not great.
I mean, it helped a little bit with the dirt for a few years, at least, just it's dirt racing. But, the spring race for years has consistently been less attendance, not as good. I mean, last year was an anomaly, It was it was such a spectacle, but we think it's an anomaly. And even though after the practice session they were thinking that it was going to be another tire fall off, that was because it was overcast, and then fast forward to the race, it was sun bright out again, and it heated up the track, but it didn't screw with the tires, and Larson just took off.
Yeah, I wish we had another tire like that. That brought some good racing. It showed the veterans know what they do and what know their stuff the best. Yeah. That shows who the best is if they have tire fall off like that.
Xfinity had some hard crashes too, with, of course, Bristol's tight racetrack. There's sometimes just nowhere to go when you're racing at Bristol. Sheldon Creed and Brendan Poole, they had heavy contact, and a similar incident happened with Connor Zilic and William Sawalich, only Connor Zilic didn't get completely destroyed that time. But, just nowhere to go. Larson, kind of like Cup, dominated. He led 277 of the 300 laps in Xfinity from the pole, getting revenge after coming up short in trucks. And then, of course, he led 411 of the 500 laps in the Cup race the following day. So, led a lot of laps. But Allgaier finished third to get the dash for cash and the $100,000, which also, that 4-race stint for the dash for cash concludes next week at Rockingham. The truck drivers in contention for the finale of the Triple Chuck Challenge, you have Chandler Smith, who won at Bristol, and then Corey Haim, Tyler Ankrum, and Ben Rhodes. And then on the Xfinity side, you have Carson Kvapil, Justin Allgaier, Sammy Smith, and Brandon Jones. But I don't think we really know what's going to go down at Rockingham. Rockingham's just another unique track. It's got a unique shape. And, trucks haven't raced there in 12 years, and Xfinity hasn't raced there in over 20.
It'll be interesting to see what tire fall off is, because, North Wilkesboro, that was And that was the first time they were back since a long time.
Yeah. I think Rockingham does have the older surface, I think. So I don't know if they've repaved it since.
I don't think they have, to my knowledge.
I think they've kept it. And really, a lot of the reason why it's back is because during COVID, North Carolina, they got all those, the emergency funds, the COVID funds to improve all the racetracks. So they got Charlotte in better condition. That's what got Wilkesboro back on the map. And I think Rockingham got the same treatment. So it was nice to see Wilkesboro come back, and it's going to be great to see the Rock back as well. And we'll see if Cup gets a chance, you know. I mean, they could give Spring Bristol the Rock. They could give Spring Bristol to Wilkesboro. They could keep Spring Bristol. They could give Spring Bristol to Wilkesboro and give Rockingham the All-Star race. Who knows?
That's what I feel like might happen, is that North Wilkesboro will become the Spring Bristol date, and then Rockingham will take this place as the All-Star race.
Yeah. After Rockingham, which Xfinity and Truck go, but Cup is off, we get Talladega in 2 weeks. Me and Mason get to go down there. Hopefully, that's the plan. And, you know, I get to meet Haley for the first time, who's this girl I'm talking to that lives in northern Georgia. If you didn't see last episode, I brought this up, but I'm bringing it up again. She seems pretty sweet, so we'll see what happens. But we're going to have a great time at Talladega and hopefully watch Chase Elliott win. Get more points.
No, you're only saying that because of her.
All right. I mean, Chase has won twice at Talladega, so it's not like it's a shot in the dark. But then again, Talladega is just speedy roulette, fast roulette, so anything can happen.
Mm-hmm. Anything can happen.
Who'd you pick? Stenhouse?
Yeah, Stenhouse.
Yeah, all of our picks, you know, me and Haley, we picked Elliott. Evan picked Stenhouse. Zach picked Hamlin. And Mason picked Blaney. You look at all four of our picks, you know, we have 9 Talladega wins between them, and it makes up 4 of the last 5 fall Talladega races. Hamlin won the fall race in 20, and then Elliott in 22, Blaney in 23 on his way to his championship, and then Stenhouse last fall in 24. So kind of transitioning now to some quick IndyCar news. I say quick because I didn't watch the race. There's my weekly confession. But I was watching the Masters with my grandpa, so forgive me. But it was the 50th race at Long Beach, which of course began in 1975, and it added 5 additional laps from last year, which increased it to 90 total laps. But Kyle Kirkwood, he won from the pole, beating Alex Palou, who had a chance to start the year with 3 straight IndyCar wins, and it's Kirkwood's 3rd career win, which 2 of them actually came at Long Beach, of course, this year in 2025, and then 2 years ago in 23. He's building some momentum, but we'll see. We'll see if he can do anything else. I think his other career win came at Nashville on the street circuit a couple years ago.
I think it was 24. I think it was Nashville.
No, 24 was when they went to the super speedway.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
23 was the last year of the street circuit, so at least I think. Maybe 23. No, last year was the first year of the super speed when they moved from the street circuit to Nashville.
Yeah, so I think it was 24.
Yeah. Anyways, congrats to Tony Stewart for finally winning an NHRA Top Fuel.
It took him a long time.
It took him a couple of years, but he held off Antron Brown, the defending Top Fuel champion of the world, and Justin Ashley and Jasmine Salinas in the final round. He had his winning pass at 3.87 seconds at 317.42 miles an hour. They were racing 4 wide at the strip, so basically instead of a normal drag race where you have 2 dragsters line up, it's 4. There's 3 of those races throughout the year. The spring race at Las Vegas, and then both races at Charlotte at ZMAX Dragway. It used to be just the spring race, which will be the next NHRA event in a couple weeks, but this year they announced that it was going to be the fall race too at ZMAX Dragway, which becomes the first 4-wide nationals in the countdown to the championship, the final 6 races of the year, which I think it's the 2nd race of the countdown, I think. And then Austin Prock won in Funny Car, and Dallas Glenn won in Pro Stock. Just some quick NHRA news. I also did not watch NHRA either.
Neither did I. It's okay.
I don't have cable. But looking ahead, as we've mentioned before, The Rock is back next week. Of course, you have Truck and Xfinity, but you also have ARCA East as well. They'll race over the course of Friday and Saturday. Cup is off for Easter Sunday. They'll be back at Talladega in 2 weeks. The finale, the Triple Chuck Challenge, and Dastercast for Trucks and Xfinity this weekend. And the big news, in the 33 car for RCR in the Hendrick.com Chevrolet, Casey Kane, he's back.
I know, I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see Casey to get back in the car. I'm interested to see how they race after, 7 years?
7 years. And I remember Truex rumored a while back that he was going to run at Rockingham in the Xfinity race because he was close a couple times when he ran there, but I don't think he is, unless some really late news develops, but
I don't think he will.
it's
unfortunately.
NASCAR. A lot of really late news develops. I mean, he said after the 500, after he got out of the care center, that he was going to run another cup race this year, so we'll see. I mean, Sonoma and Dover are back-to-back in mid-July, so.
I think he'll run the Sonoma race, honestly. He's had so much success there. I think he'll have a great run there.
Well, Sonoma and Dover are his best two tracks. He's won them 4 times apiece.
Yeah.
So, won both of them in 23. I've got my Truex sweep up there on the wall. Of course, his most recent one was New Hampshire in July of 23, which is right here on the desk. To think that I'm probably looking at his last ever win. If only he could have won a 500, but
Only.
If only. But I've always told Evan for years that Hamlin will never win a championship unless Truex wins a 500. So.
That's what they all say.
Anyways, that's all we got for this episode of the Throttle to the Floor podcast. Will it be on the video version, the YouTube?
Who knows? One more thing to add real quick is it's my birthday next week, so.
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot about that. No way. Even though it's literally right there on my calendar behind me. But Evan's birthday is next week, the big 18, just like Mr. Zachary Smith. Yeah.
On
you
April
can
18th.
vote, and you can get arrested. That's about it.
And my golden birthday. It's on.
You're right. That is your golden birthday. My golden birthday is when I was 3. My sister's golden birthday was this year because she shares Zach's birthday being March 14th, but it was her 14th birthday this year, so yeah. Yeah, my golden birthday, I was this tiny.
You're a side of football.
Yep. Meanwhile, Evan's golden birthday, you're a big boy. A big 18. Thank y'all for watching this episode of the Throttle to the Floor podcast. Make sure you check out the Instagram at Throttle to the Floor podcast. We're, of course, on Spotify and Apple Podcasts officially as of last week. We put it on Apple Podcasts. Spotify's, of course, been here this whole time for every episode. Hopefully we get this video uploaded onto the YouTube as well to debut on the YouTube. I decided to expand to YouTube, hopefully, for 2 reasons. Number 1, to grow this podcast. And number 2, to beat my dad. Even though his YouTube channel has like 10,000 subscribers, but, his isn't motorsports. It's Jeep and off-road stuff. So, anyways, thank y'all for watching. Check out on the social medias and listen to the episode. Or possibly watch the episode. We'll see. Maybe you get to see my face.
Or mine.
And see my beautiful studio I have here with all these fancy die casts and all this stuff. Thank you for Evan. He was stuck doing the laundry again.
Anywho, I just want to say thank y'all for listening. This is Evan Sager, signing off.
See y'all next week with Rockingham, with the truck and Xfinity cars, and then in 2 weeks with Talladega. Hopefully, if I can get it work, I can broadcast live from the hotel room. Thank y'all for listening.